It was 6:32 a.m. when Paige unlocked the staff entrance of St. Verena General Hospital and slipped inside, adjusting her backpack and tying her brown hair back into a loose knot with the elastic from her wrist. The early morning shift was always the most grueling. The hospital was already buzzing with the overlapping chaos of night nurses handing over to day teams. Paige loved the energy, the urgency, the sense of purpose. Being a nurse gave her life meaning, even if it took everything out of her. She was 22, young for the level of responsibility she carried, but nobody who worked with her ever questioned her dedication. Paige was beautiful, though she barely noticed it herself. Her skin was pale but clear, eyes deep hazel with golden flecks, and her short, rich brown hair framed her face in a messy bob that curled against her surgical masks. Her features were strong yet delicate, but she mostly saw sweat, eye bags, and tangled strands when she looked in the mirror. After pulling on her white coat, badge, and blue scrubs, she made her way to the nurse's station, nodding hellos to her coworkers. Already she felt the heat building in the air. The combination of enclosed corridors, disinfectant smells, rushing bodies, and layers of clothing. Her first thought, as always, was, ugh, my hair. It stuck to her cheeks under the face shield, curled under the straps of her mask, and kept falling in her eyes every time she leaned over a bed or lifted a patient. Hair ties never held for long. Clips slipped, and sweat made everything worse. "Morning, Paige," called Sophie, a redhead from the ICU, sipping coffee. "You look like you lost a fight with a mop." Paige laughed, brushing strands behind her ear. "It's this hair. I swear I'm gonna shave it all off one day." "Do it," Sophie teased. "Join the Buzz Club. So much easier. I can barely manage mine under this gear." "You're lucky it's curly," Paige muttered. "Mine just clings like plastic wrap." All day it bothered her. During IV checks, when she leaned over vomiting patients, during lunch, which she ate standing in the hallway, and even during a short break outside. When she took off her mask, her hair was plastered to her cheeks, and she grimaced at her reflection in the window. No matter how much she tried to style it in the morning, it always looked like chaos by 10 a.m. That evening in the locker room, she groaned and yanked the tie out of her hair. "I really can't take it anymore," she grumbled. Her colleague, Ella, a cheerful brunette with a pixie cut, looked up from changing her shoes. "Want me to fix it for you?" Paige blinked. "You, what?" Ella Sanrio. "I've got scissors and a comb in my bag. I trim mine all the time. I can give you a quick cut if you want. We're off duty, right?" Paige hesitated, nervous excitement fluttering in her stomach. "Now? Why not? Right here. It's not like anyone's watching." There was a thrill in the idea. Quick, spontaneous, like shedding the day's stress. "Okay, just make it short enough that it stays off my face." Ella revolvió en su bolsa de mano y le dio a Paige una bolsa de plástico de supermercado. "Throw this on. It'll keep your scrubs clean." Paige laughed nervously, but put the bag over her shoulders, punching a hole for her neck and tying it like a makeshift cape. It rustled against her scrubs. She sat on the bench, heart thudding. With surprising calm, Ella combed through her damp, sweaty hair. "Ready? Just do it," Paige whispered. The first snip was loud. Her hair was thick and strong, and the scissors chewed through with effort. Clumps fell in her lap and onto the plastic bag. It was uneven. Quick, not at all professional, but liberating in its own way. Ella kept chatting cheerfully as she snipped, shaping it haphazardly into a kind of short pixie cut. When she was done, she handed Paige her compact mirror. Paige stared at herself. The cut was definitely shorter, about 2 inches on top, very short around the ears. But something about it was wrong. It didn't suit her bone structure. The sides stuck out weirdly. The top had tufts. Her expression fell. "Do you like it?" Ella asked, her voice slightly uncertain now. Paige tried to smile but felt her eyes burn. It's okay, I guess." But when she got home and took off her clothes, loose hairs clinging to her collar, she broke down in the bathroom. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She didn't recognize herself. The messy cut made her look tired and vulnerable. It wasn't what she wanted. She wanted freedom. Not this, she cried for a long time. The next morning, she called the nearest salon. "I want a haircut," she said quietly. A full shave, actually. Bald. Like, completely bald. There was a pause. Then the receptionist said, "We can do that. Come in at 1 p.m. The hours leading up to the appointment passed slowly. Paige avoided mirrors. Her coworkers noticed her silence, her downcast eyes, but didn't push. She arrived at the salon with a hood pulled over her head, her heart pounding like she was walking into a courtroom. The salon smelled like shampoo and hairspray. Pop music played softly in the background. A tall woman in her 40s with sleek hair and bright lipstick greeted her. "You must be Paige. I'm Carla. Come with me, honey." Paige sat in the black salon chair, her hands shaking. "You're sure about this?" Carla asked. Paige nodded. "I tried cutting it. I hate it. It's in the way at work. I want it all gone." Carla didn't hesitate. She grabbed a brilliant red PVC hairdressing cape from a hook and flicked it open with a practiced motion. The material gleamed in the light, smooth and slightly stiff. She draped it around Paige's shoulders and fastened it securely behind her neck. Paige shivered. The cape wrapped around her completely, covering her arms, chest, and lap. She couldn't move. Carla pulled a crisp white paper neck strip from a roll and tucked it under the cape's collar, sealing Paige in. The soft crackle of plastic and paper echoed in her ears. She felt trapped, but also surrendered. "You okay, sweetheart?" Carla asked kindly. "I think so," Paige whispered. Carla reclined the chair and moved her to the wash basin. The warm water flowed over Paige's scalp. Her short brown hair, uneven from Ella's cut, flattened as Carla massaged shampoo into her scalp with gentle but firm fingers. Then came conditioner, then a towel. Back in the chair, Carla clipped Paige's damp hair up and turned on the clippers. They buzzed like a tiny engine. "You ready?" Paige closed her eyes. "Yes." Carla placed a firm hand on Paige's crown, and the clippers touched down at the middle of her forehead. With a slow, deliberate stroke, Carla pushed them backward. Paige heard the sound before she saw it. The loud bzzzt as the blades chewed through the last remnants of her pixie cut. A thick swath of hair tumbled forward, sliding down the red PVC cape and landing in her lap. Her breath caught. Carla continued, methodical and precise. Paige kept her eyes open now, watching each dark brown patch disappear under the clippers. Her scalp appeared, pale and foreign, as each strip was removed. Hair collected rapidly on the cape, a mountain of short brown strands. It tickled. It overwhelmed her senses. The buzzing, the tugging, the heat of the clippers. Her heart was racing. After Carla passed over the top, she moved to the sides. With careful hands, she folded Paige's ears down and buzzed clean around them. The clippers moved with confidence down to her nape. Paige could feel every vibration against her skull. Every moment etched itself into her memory. Soon, only fuzz remained. Carla changed blades and switched to a foil shaver. The final step. It whirred quietly as she worked over Paige's scalp again. The sensation was strange, a mix of tickle and scrape. Paige watched the fuzz disappear, leaving behind gleaming, smooth skin. Then Carla applied warm shaving cream and used a straight razor to clean up every trace. The feeling of the blade on her bare scalp was shocking, intimate, final. Paige's tears came then, slowly at first, then faster. Not of regret, of release. "It's okay," Carla murmured. "You're doing great." The razor finished its pass. Carla wiped her scalp clean, washed it once more, and applied a soothing balm. Then, at last, she undid the neck strip and peeled away the red PVC cape. Hair tumbled to the floor. Paige stood slowly, her head gleaming under the salon lights. She reached up and touched it, smooth, warm, alien. Her fingertips tingled. Back at the hospital the next morning, Paige walked in without a hood. People stared, some shocked, some intrigued, many in admiration. Paige? Sophie blinked. You really did it? Paige smiled softly. All of it. Her coworkers gathered around, complimenting her, asking questions. But Paige wasn't seeking validation. She felt lighter, free. Her face was no longer hidden. No sweat-soaked strands, no knots, no distractions. During her rounds, she worked faster, more efficiently. Her face mask stayed in place without struggle. Her eyes were brighter. One patient smiled and said, "You look like a warrior." "I feel like one," Paige replied. In the bathroom mirror, she saw a different person now. Not broken, not tired, just clean, bold, beautiful. The transformation was real.